Lepien coming to Richland Center on the 17th of January. We're looking forward to that. We just so happen to have him on the line. Good morning, Dan.
Hey, good morning, Phil. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Are you busy now as we enter 2026? How's the schedule looking for you?
Well, yeah, always staying busy, but and I've got a little 4-month-old with me right now, and the wife's at work, so I was hoping he would take a nap before I got on here, and he isn't napping, but he seems to be doing good right now. So if there's any noise, I apologize. But yeah, between that, man, I'm staying plenty busy, and it's actually kind of exciting because whenever you go into a new year, you have that new mindset, and I decided to see what I could do for a new mindset this year, and it has pretty much been a little bit more quality over quantity for shows. So we're actually playing a little bit less, but, you know, focusing more on promoting each show into a bigger event and doing more songwriting and recording and content and videos and all kinds of stuff. So, yep, definitely staying busy.
Can your young one cry in harmony with you yet or not?
You know, if you start him young enough, I gotta think he'll be pretty darn good. All the great ones, they start young. So, man, if I get a guitar in his hands here pretty soon, I gotta think by the time he's 5, he'll be better than I am, probably.
There you go. Absolutely. You can open for him maybe or something. I don't know.
Hey, I'd be more than okay with that.
Well, you'll be playing at the Richland City Auditorium. It's a really historic place, and let's talk about your show. What can people expect coming up on the 17th?
Well, it's an hour and a half long set, so it's going to be mostly original. And aside from songs that I wrote, it's going to be songs that have been some of my favorite country songs of all time. And it's, as all of our shows, it's going to be a pure traditional country music, and that's just what I've always loved, and that's what we do, and we're proud to do it that way.
That's what you kind of write. That's your style that you write in. I know we've been just getting started playing the song, Just Getting Started, and that's got a real good feel of kind of like a 90s vibe, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that. I love that era. And something about that era I just think had a lot of character, it had a lot of twang, and that definitely rubs off on the music that I play and write.
Were you influenced by some of the singer-songwriters back in the day, the 70s and 80s?
Oh, big time, man. George Jones, George Strait, anyone named George, pretty much. Keith Whitley, Alan Jackson, Merle Haggard. Those are Daryl Singletary. I got to throw him in there too. Those are my favorites.
Oh yeah, can't go wrong with them. Daryl Singletary. That guy could sing, couldn't he?
Oh yeah, man. He life cut way too short. He had the voice. Just the living, breathing example of, country. That guy.
Let's talk about some of your music. I know you put out a new release in 2025. Are you still kind of gleaning some songs from that to be released?
That's all a wrap. We're still doing content for those songs and whatnot, though. So I'm working on a music video next week for one of the songs on the album called Jukebox My Troubles Away, and that should be out, I would guess, probably in February sometime, and doing a couple other YouTube video type things that are from that album as well. Just want to kind of give those songs a little more time to get out there to more people. And I was thinking a couple months back how some of the guys that have ended up to become my favorite country singers in the modern era, I discovered them on YouTube. Whether it's a music video or whether it's just an acoustic video or something like that. So I was thinking about that and how I wanted to do more content for some of the songs on this album before I start working on the new stuff. But there's some new stuff that I've written as well, because just always writing, but excited to work on new stuff, but first definitely going to do more content for the album.
I love songs about jukeboxes. Can you still walk into an old dive bar and find a jukebox with the music there physically present, or is everything in the clouds now?
Last time I saw one, I think was in Leland, Wisconsin at Junior's bar, Sprecker's bar, and I think, what's the fellow's name? Sean Shell.
Okay.
He, what has he got the place called now? I don't remember I think he renamed it, but I'm not sure if he still has it. Knowing Sean, he probably does still have that old style jukebox in there.
Oh, that is awesome. Tell me about your band. Are they guys that tour with you a lot?
Yeah, we're pretty consistent. I've got a guitar player, fiddle, drums, and bass, and they're all from Wisconsin. And we play usually a few shows a month, sometimes more, mostly Wisconsin, Midwest. But we get out and do a little bit of traveling. Where are we going? We're going all the way out to New Jersey, actually, in May. So that'll be the longest we've went as a full band before. And there's surprisingly a really cool country scene that's kind of blossoming out that way, where they've been having some neat events, some up-and-coming country artists out there. And, so we're making the long trip out in May. And, the band's great. It's all people from basically southeastern Wisconsin, and I've just met them through mutual musician friends and whatnot over the years. And, they're great people and great players.
Now people can connect with you from all over the world. Have you had somebody, like even overseas, contact you about your music?
Yeah, they seem to really love the traditional country over in Germany and Europe and stuff. We've gotten some radio play and whatnot over there, and I'm going to have to eventually figure out how a guy can, efficiently fly in an airplane with all his equipment and merch and whatnot. I don't even know how they do that, to be honest. Obviously, you don't have to bring all the equipment, but you got to bring some. You got to bring your guitar, and I'd like to bring some merch over there or something, but I'm putting that off. Yeah, maybe one day I'll make it over there. So
you're kind of putting out your own style of Wisconsin country, and I think there are a lot of artists. Does Wisconsin have kind of its own country flavor?
Well, I think so. We definitely love to drink and have a good time. We love the outdoors in Wisconsin. It's mostly most of the state is rural land, and I think there's a strong connection to the outdoors and just the environment and that we grow up in. As far as the sound, that's one thing that I think has been kind of a little bit all over the place as far as the types of country. But that's also kind of indicative of the country music landscape nowadays. It's there's a lot of different kinds of country, even on the radio.
Mm-hmm. That's the kind of the good thing about country music. You can have the real good time sounds. You can have kind of the real thoughtful story songs. It's kind of a melting pot right now, isn't it?
It is, man, and that's cool because as much as I kind of like to stand in my own lane, it's neat that there's all the different kinds because it helps me stand out. It helps other people stand out. So I would say for the most part, it's a good thing. I'd be lying though if I didn't get, a little frustrated at times where I'm like, man, I just want to hear some straight up country. But that's why I'm lucky enough to be able to do this and make that kind of music, and that feels good too.
Absolutely. I mean, you record something and then you don't really see that response from the crowd right away. It's got to be satisfying if something you put on tape about a year ago, all of a sudden you see somebody enjoying that. That has to be kind of a gratifying thing for you, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, playing original music, and I do a lot of the 3-hour bar shows still, and kind of the thing with bar shows is it's like, well, keep them drinking for one, because you're there to pretty much sell, for drink sales. And the other thing is play something they, upbeat and play something that they know. But I've pretty much tried to treat it like, hey, if I want to get to a certain point someday where I'm playing all original music, I have to, work on my craft in those situations too. So I've done my best to, put in more original music in the bars as well. And so far it seems to have worked all right. I mean, I'm still getting hired at most of the places. And I think we have a cool following of people who do really appreciate the originals.
Do you have people that have been following you since the beginning?
Oh, yeah, for sure. And a lot of that was people that I would, after the show, I would, have a couple drinks with them and stuff. And I used to really, really embrace that kind of thing. And, after years of doing that, I realized that doesn't always get me in the best situation. And I've kind of dialed it back just a little. But, I still think it's kind of neat to be able to play at these places where you can, sit down and have a conversation with a fan, whether it's on break or before or after the show.
Mm-hmm. That's called maturity, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Maybe
believe it or not, that hits us all at some point, I suppose, huh?
I think it does. Absolutely. But the thing of it is, though, you can sing about experiences that you've actually had, though, from your younger days, though, right?
Yeah, man. And that's all part of life, It's good to, I guess, to have something to be able to sing about and look back on, even if it's stuff that you've had to kind of change behavior-wise. So I'm grateful for that.
Yeah. When people see you here in Richland Center, again, you're going to be doing a lot of originals, and maybe a cover song along the way as well, it sounds like?
Yeah, I mean, I got to think, let's see, a 90-minute set. We'll probably play a good 25 songs or 20 songs, somewhere in there. And I think we'd probably do at least 3 or 5 covers. We'll probably play, we do a cover of Wichita Lineman that's really fun, Glenn Campbell.
Oh, can't go wrong with Glenn Campbell.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Our bassist, he has a 6-string baritone bass type of thing going on. So he really does an awesome job with that song because it has that kind of that style of bass in it. It's got the bass solo and stuff. So that's been one that's been really cool. We got to throw that in, even if we're doing like an all original set, basically. And we'll probably throw in, something of Merle Haggard or George Strait.
Some of your influences.
Yeah, for
Absolutely.
Sure.
Well, Dan, we really look forward to seeing you in Richland Center coming up at the Richland Center City Auditorium. Going to be a great show. It's nice to play those outdoor festivals, but this time of year, you got to be inside, don't you?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely don't want to be outside in Wisconsin this time of year. But the other thing is we love getting to play some of these theater type of shows because the sound is usually just so good, and it's a different kind of experience than our usual, loud honky-tonk type of show, which is very fun in its own right as well. But these are also neat.
It's going to be a great experience, and they've kind of renovated the theater, and I hear the sound is really good, so hopefully you're impressed by it Saturday night.
Oh, awesome, man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I know that thing, I think it's the oldest theater in Wisconsin or something like that. I thought I might have heard.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
It's been around the longest. Yeah,
you bet. And it's going to be great to have you, Dan. Thanks so much for joining us on the air today.
Well, thanks so much, Phil. I appreciate you guys.
Dan Lepien and the band going to be in the Richland Center City Auditorium again Saturday, January 17th at 7 o'clock. You can get your tickets through Eventbrite.